everybody. So today we're going to have the next tasting of beer number 10 in my 2-hop series featuring Cascade and Centennial. In this series I did make 20 beers, all using Cascade and Centennial some way. So if you're new to the channel, go check out the playlist for that. If you've been following this, again, I said it in the 9th one. I've been trying to get these done, but with all the small batches that I've been making, I have more than 30 days worth of beer to review, so I'm not getting them every month. So this is a small batch, 1.25 gallons going into the carboy. Like all of the 20 batches in this series are all small batches. So 2 pounds, 4 ounces of two-row. Then this is the first Wort edition using Centennial. The last one was Cascade, beer number 9. This one is Centennial. So, no, I'm sorry. This switches it. So this is the first one that we're doing first Wort hop, but instead of adding 1 hop when we're drawing off our liquid from our mash in or mash out, we're adding 0.25 ounces of Cascade and Centennial. Now, what I've read for your first Wort hop is they want you to use the end boil hops in that first Wort hop, and I've never done it before, so when I started this I just wanted to try. So the first 2, which has to be 8 and 9, took the 60-minute edition and put that at the first Wort hop. Then 10 and 11, they're going to take the last editions and put that. So that's why 0.25 ounces of Cascade and Centennial are in this one. Then at 60 minutes, 0.25 ounces of Centennial. Then for the dry hop, 3 days into fermentation, 0.25 ounces of each Cascade and Centennial. So this was bottled on 9/20, 6.93% ABV. Let's go ahead and get it open. This is using, I'm pretty sure, a large carbonation tablet. Good hiss, good smoke. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to get it in there just so it doesn't stir up. And that's one thing, which it's not going to hurt you or anything, but if you do open an overcarb beer and it is not, that's going to be a big head, and yeah, you can see it, and it's not filtered, you might want to pour it right away if you don't want to drink all that trub that's on the bottom of that, because there's going to be some yeast, there's going to be some hop particles if you're not going to filter it. I do bottle directly out of my fermenters, so I do get a little bit more hop particles in there. Another hop particle, hop leaf, I should say. Off-white head, almost all small bubbles. I do have a couple medium size around the outside, a little over 2 fingers of head. I do have some stuff. It is clearer than beer 9. Yeah, light yellow, bright yellow in color, lots and lots of bubbles coming up. I can make out the light box, the shape of it, but I cannot, I can kind of see the bell sticker. I've got a bell sticker by the light box, and I can see the color, the orange and the black of the bell sticker. But yeah, tons and tons of bubbles, just like beer number 9. Let's go ahead and smell. A little bit less of an aroma on this one, like a little sweet citrus with a toasted bread undertone. It's almost like in this one, because I know I've said it in the other ones, that the Centennial has taken over the Cascade. Even though in some of the other ones I've used more Cascade and then got Centennial, or if it's the other way around, I've used more Centennial and I've got Cascade. Now for me, as I say in almost every one of these videos, the Cascade usually comes off floral to me, both in the aroma and the taste, and Centennial comes off more of a citrus in the smell, but then like a grapefruit rind citrus in the taste. And I'm really not picking up the floral. Yeah, like a sweeter, low citrus with a lightly toasted bread note in there. I almost want to say like a grapefruit, like a low grapefruit smell, citrus smell. Let's go ahead and taste. Very overcarb, like goes down. This one tastes a lot bitter. The bitterness is a lot more than in beer number 9. Now I just did beer number 9, so that's why I know that. I don't know. So what they're saying, and I didn't write it down on here, that adding the hops, first wort hops, are introducing no bitterness into the beer at all. Which I find that hard to believe. Usually, your utilization of your hops, the longer they're in there, the more IBUs they're going to take out. So even though we put them in there when they're not boiling, when it gets up to a boil and then boils that hour, you would think at least you would have, a certain number of IBUs put into the beer for that hour. But I'm just going by what Beersmith's showing. Yeah, this one is really off balance in my eyes. Like a little sweet toasted bread at the start, but then a humongous bitterness. Like if you bit the white part, like ate a whole bunch of the white part of a grapefruit. It's more of a like a grapefruit citrus zest in the aftertaste, but that bitterness does linger a lot. Lighter side, lighter body. It's probably a percent over. I almost want to say it was supposed to be 5.2%, so maybe a 1.5% over, somewhere in that range. And I think it's a little thin. I think if I would have stopped it, or if it would have stopped at like a 5.5, somewhere in there, I think that would have helped it. Maybe some specialty malts, Crystal 40, Crystal 60, something like that. Now on here, if I go by what Beersmith has, it's saying that the 0.25 ounces of Centennial hops at 60 minutes is giving off 29.6 IBUs. So because that's the only IBUs that are in the boil, if it's really calculating that, that means this is a 30 IBU beer, and perceived bitterness is probably 80 or 90. On this, so I do believe I'll have to go back and watch the other tastings of it, or go back and look. If you go to 31stbrewing.com, you can search through the recipes, and I put text in for each tasting, but it doesn't seem like this big, very grapefruit rind bitterness was in the other ones. But we are getting some cool peaks and valleys in there. Smooth beer. Would this be one that I would make again and let age at least this long? No. The IBUs don't match the flavor profile very well. It's not balanced. Like I said, the IBUs really seem like they're way up there. But it's not like it's going bad, or that honey water. In a lot of these older ones, I do get like a honey water, like that sugar and malt just keep on coming out. I'm not getting that, but for the most part, it's good, but not one that I would want to make. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.